Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the week of January 24th. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind, if this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Capricorn, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they are trying to scam you, all right? They are impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Capricorn. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, or even if this is just the first time that you're watching me, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow in a big way. But let's see what we have here. All right. Make sure everything's in view. You know how I like to get it all set up. But all right. I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands talks about potentially some sort of good news coming into your life. This can be in any area, although the Wands is the suit of enterprise and business. And so it's oftentimes associated with like job offers, job opportunities, news relating to your job, anything along those lines, because not only do pages represent news, but they also represent offers and opportunities. And so it's a very good sign. It's a very good symbol if you've been looking for a job opportunity. And I get the sense that some of you are, this is definitely taking a look here. This is definitely a career reading. I feel a work reading showing up here on the board. And so I definitely feel like for some of you, you've been looking for a job. And for others of you, I get the sense that perhaps you're like testing the waters. Like you may stay at your current job, but you've also been like looking around for other jobs. I get that energy here as well. It may be that you've been in a situation for a long time, and this Page of Wands represents something new, some sort of new energy coming into your life here as it relates to your career, as it relates to your business life, your enterprise life, anything like that going on. You could also just be sort of invigorated with new energy when you get the Page of Wands as well. That could certainly be the case too when you get that card. So yeah, definitely like to see that. Now, right away in the middle, you have the Hierophant. Now this is interesting because the Hierophant is a card of tradition. It can be a marriage card, but I oftentimes, and more so, I read it as like the place that you work or the organization that you're a part of, because it can represent large structures, large organizations, anything like that. And this is kind of this energy of like a traditional 9 to 5, right? It's anything that's traditional is really what the Hierophant is about. So I get the sense that some of you are getting news around where you work. Others of you are getting news of a new opportunity. And I feel like this is going to be a pretty central theme for some of the Capricorns here, especially if you've been like out of work, you've been looking for a job, that could be the case. However, there's this storyline here developing where it's less about, I feel like there's more about something going on in your current work situation that is making you want to leave, is what I'm feeling. Okay, that's my intuition here. There's something going on in your current situation that's challenging you. And I'll get into why here right now. So in the past, you have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So we have these two sevens here. The Seven of Swords can represent, this is one of these cards that I see play out for people. And it can represent gossiping, people talking behind your back in a workplace context. I've seen that really come in for other people. And it can also just represent somebody who's like trying to undermine you. Somebody who's maybe like, just trying to undermine you in some ways. With the Seven of Swords, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's a challenging energy. However, the other side of this is that the Seven of Swords can say that you may need to take a clever approach to a problem. And you may need to take the back entrance or find a clever or unique way to solve a problem that you're dealing with right now. To me, that just screams you staying where you are, but also putting in resumes in other places finding new job opportunities while you're also continuing to work at this place, taking a clever approach to getting out of a challenging situation. That's what I think is happening here, because you also here have the Seven of Wands, which to me suggests that you've been successful, because the card that comes before it is the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. The problem is when you are successful, a lot of people have a hard, many people, not everybody, but there are people in this lifetime who have a hard time seeing other people succeed. And what's happening here is this person is standing their ground back against the wall and people are coming after them. This is a card of competition. And again, Wands, suit of enterprise, workplace competition, combined with this challenge energy here of the Seven of Swords, somebody trying to undermine you, maybe someone starting, gossip, and I'll get into why they are doing that here when we get to the middle column. But lastly, you have this Knight of Pentacles, and what's really nice about this is in the lower row, which is the unexpected, the hidden, the subconscious, what you can't see. And the Knight of Pentacles can represent a financial event arriving. Okay, it can represent something coming into your life here that you've been waiting for a long time. There's an element of time associated with the Knight of Pentacles. It's arrivals, something finally coming around. And like I said, it's typically financial related or material related in some ways. This also says that you're a hard worker, you're dependable. People rely on you as well. And so I do feel like you have those attributes about yourself here, Capricorn. Now, in the current situation, you have the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Four of Swords. So here's the deal. You have the Seven of Swords with the Four of Cups next to it. The Four of Cups is all about boredom and apathy. And the reality is that when people get bored, when people get apathetic, they start stories, they start rumors because they're bored. For whatever reason, their situation is not going well, things are not going well in their life, and so they get bored. And through that boredom, they start things. They create stories about people, they create narratives about people that are not true, and that's what's happening here. You're dealing with somebody who doesn't like their current situation. You're dealing with someone who's not having a good go at it in life at this time. And this is leading to this toxic energy that's coming forward here of competition, of an overly competitive environment, of an environment of lies, of gossip and rumors. And I feel strongly that you're dealing with somebody like that. And this is propelling you away. This is propelling you away from this situation. You also have the Four of Swords here, which is all about rest and recovery. It's also healing from heartbreak. It is heartbreaking. It is emotionally taxing when you find that you trust somebody and then they betray your trust, right? And this is relating to this idea of tradition, of what you've been doing in your work for a long time. And I get the sense that some of you are figuring out a way to work through that. And it's probably by taking a clever approach to getting out of this challenging situation. Now, in the future, you have the Justice card, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Justice card here talks about the karmic scales balancing out and tipping in one direction or the other. By default, it's in your favor. And what I will say here is the Justice card is very good for you to see. It's very good to see for you to see this card in this reading, because this says that at the end of the day, all parties will get the outcome that they will deserve. Okay, you will get the outcome you deserve here. And if you've been dealing with this challenge, which I think, if you're here, I'm sure many of you have been, karma's here is on your side. Okay, your guides here are on your side here, and things are working out, things are balancing out. At least at the divine level, at the spiritual level, in the spiritual plane, things are working out, and eventually that'll make its way down to earth, if you will. You can think about it that way. And so you also here have the Knight of Wands, which is a card that represents moving, changing situations. This is a big card indicating a change of residence, a change of location, but it can also represent, when combined with this Eight of Pentacles, this says that you have an extreme talent towards something, okay? You're an artisan, you're a craftsman or a craftsperson, you're a builder, an author, a writer, singer, dancer, anything like that. But you don't have to be in one of those trades. It says that whatever it is that you do it with an element of passion, and you do it with an element of skill that's hard to find. And like I said, this is creating desirability for you in finding a new option for your career and finding a new option for your work. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can check out my website if you so choose. You can sign up for my email list there if that's something that's of interest to you. Also, really appreciate you being here and hope things are going well. So let's see here. Let's pull some of these cards. Let's pull some of these cards here. So you have High Priest, Intend, and Create. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling about this clever approach that I keep picking up on. Stag, Trust and Thrive. Okay, and Spirit Fox, yep, trust your talents in changing times. You're using your talents, your extreme skill here with the Knight of Wands and Eight of Pentacles combination to intend and create a new situation for yourself. And at the end of the day, as long as you're doing those things and you're being honest, the only thing that is left to do is to trust. Okay, so trust that things are working out here karmically and at the spiritual level for you, because yeah, some things take to, you have to allow divine timing to work with you, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see what else we have here. It's up to you. Okay, reconsider. The situation will improve. Interesting. And within the next few weeks. Now, I think what I really feel strongly is some of you are reconsidering what you've been doing for a long time, which is probably working at the same place. If you're not out of a job, if you're watching this and you are employed, I feel like you've probably been at this place for some time now. And yeah, this is like a big consideration that you're looking at here, and you're thinking about making a move. Now, if you have been without a job, I do see that there's the opportunity for this situation to improve. Okay, now remember, you have free will. Timelines change. Okay, if you watch a reading and then you don't put in the work to make that timeline happen, then you're not doing yourself justice, right? You have to, with these readings, with any reading, you have to meet the reading halfway, right? You have to meet the reading halfway, and that's the thing. So just keep that in mind, all right? So let's see what else we have here. All right, so you have the Ten of Swords, you have the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So the Ten of Swords is some type of ending, and it's an inexorable ending. There's no going back once you get the Ten of Swords, okay? And with the Seven of Swords, somebody has betrayed your trust. All right, your trust has been broken, and there's no going back for you with this other person. Whatever's going on here, that's a complete ending with somebody. This has been taxing for you emotionally in the heart space here. With the Four of Swords, this person healing from heartbreak. And you can see the Three of Swords on the banner above. We have it down here as well. They're healing from this situation, from this emotionally difficult situation. It is very challenging when you find out that people are talking about you or spreading rumors about you. And, nothing's a done deal here, but I do feel like many of you are dealing with this, just if my intuition is correct. And like I said, this is something that you're ready to move on from. I also think that the competition, if it's not like backstabbing or like rumors, it's just maybe general competition, which those two things kind of go hand in hand. I just feel like that's taxing you as well. You have this Two of Wands, which is a choice between two options, kind of getting that faraway look in your eyes, researching, planning, and discovering for your next move here with the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, there's something arriving here. You're thinking about moving, thinking about travel. You have the Seven of Swords coming in once again, does not surprise me. You have the Knight of Pentacles coming in once again, and the Seven of Pentacles. So we have what, 4, 7? Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So 777 energy here. That's, a very spiritual number. Some of you may want to take a look at that. But your guides are with you, okay? This situation is balancing out, is what I will tell you from my perspective here. And especially as long as you're just being the highest version of yourself, you're acting in your highest accordance, then as you can in the moment, then everything will work out karmically. You have that Knight of Pentacles with the Hierophant. There is a new opportunity arriving at a new organization or a new opportunity with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles twice. And this is going to be very good for you because you're even going into this period of assessment here. This person is like looking at the harvest that they've built, this is all about long-term investments, long-term situations, and they're looking at this harvest and they're thinking like, okay, I have my harvest, but it's taken a lot of work for me to get this. Is it time for me to change directions? And that's what I see you may be doing here. Seven of Swords coming in once again. Really, this whatever happened there between you and this other person's on your mind pretty heavy. You have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So I get the sense that some of you are concerned, and some of you are concerned about this move because financially, okay? You're concerned about keeping all the plates in the air, keeping all the pentacles in the air, juggling this situation. But this Ten of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles is telling you that you will arrive at the end of the road and you will be so much happier than you were before. The Five of Pentacles in the upper row for me is around you. Like I said, it's your thoughts around being able to make this move financially, which is a totally rational thing, okay? But it is also possible for you, and you're also capable of thinking abundant thoughts as you go through this shift. So if you catch yourself dipping into the scarcity mindset, just bring yourself back to the present moment, okay? And that's what I would recommend, because you do have a situation that's working out here with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. I do feel like maybe even this situation will come with maybe a little bit of a pay bump or a little bit of a pay raise with the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles coming in here, and the Ten of Cups, along with the skill cards here saying that you deserve this. You do have the Devil card. This is just a challenging person, but this can also mean the Capricorn. This is the Capricorn card. I'm not saying that you're challenging. If it's not a Capricorn, it can be a challenging person. But I feel like that's more about you and your ability to choose here. It's up to you. Your ability to get out of this situation. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to bring to the table. So let's see here. Okay, expectation, despair, main female, gift, house, and thoughts. Yep, thoughts here. You can actually see that this person is thinking about the main female. You can see the main female in the painting that they drew of this person, or the drawing, whatever, the painting that they made of the main female. So there is somebody who's like in your mind, okay? And I get the sense that it's whatever deception happened here. I also want to draw your attention to the paintbrushes and just this whole scene here, which can tie into creativity and your creative processes, especially as you have the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Wands around it. Again, talent. You have a big talent here. Some of you are moving residence or selling a house or getting a house or doing something like this as you take a new opportunity. And don't let your expectation of the way other people are get in your way at this time, because the reality is that other people have a hard time with other people's success. Kind of a weird sentence I just made there, but that's kind of, you understand what I'm saying. And yeah, there's this idea of letting go of despair as you take these new opportunities and you trust your talents in changing times. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.